Well, guys, we want to welcome everybody on out there around the North American continent this morning. If you're a guest, we're going to take about 20 minutes of your time. We're going to share with you two things. We're going to show you a way, if you have interest, a way to lose weight, have more energy, sleep better through the night, reduce some inflammation in your body, look prettier, look younger, all the things that so many of us want to do. And we're also going to share with you a way to create a home-based business. Be able to work from home. You know, it used to be an uncool word. I've worked from home for 19 years, the last time I ever had a job. And it's, you know, sometimes I would tell people I work from home, they look at me like we're cross-eyed, but now everybody thinks it's pretty cool to have a home-based business. And it's a little bit extra security out there in the marketplace. And plus the people that had never gotten to do it before found out it's not bad waking up when they want to and working from home in their pajamas and getting things done. And Tammy Krumwiede, one of our many co-hosts today, we're going to have a number of great guests today. Got a doctor down in Orlando that's going to be coming to us. We got a lawyer in Michigan. We've got Anthony Moreland, who was a college track star and then went to work for Apple. He'll be sharing his story. And then we're going to talk to James and Betty Cooper, retired farmers over in Arkansas, using this to help build their retirement. But Tammy, why don't you share your story a little bit about how you were able to stop being an office manager for your husband's mortgage company and start raising your two girls?
I will, Todd. Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Don't forget to unmute, Tammy.
I am. Can you hear me? I'm unmuted. Okay. Anthony, thank you for keeping us. Thank you for keeping us safe, Anthony. So yeah, Todd, I tried the products out about 7 years ago. Was able to lose 10 pounds. That was enough to get some interest from some of my friends and neighbors, and from there, we were just able to build a business. You know, we felt good. We had more energy than we had ever had. And naturally, I think when you feel good, you share it with people because you want other people to know they can feel good too. And through that, I was able to quit my job at the mortgage company where, you know, it's funny because even though my husband was my boss and they were his kids also, I missed out on a lot of stuff. I was not able to participate in, you know, field trips and school parties and all of those things that I wanted to do. And so I was able to quit that, go full-time with ARIIX and be a full-time mom and work it around my daughter's schedule, you know? And so I got help out of it. I got some extra income and I got the time freedom. So it has been a huge blessing for my entire family.
Yeah, so we had mentioned that, you know, you can look younger. You saw Tammy's picture there. You're going to see some pictures that people have lost upwards of 200 pounds on our program. Tammy wasn't one of those people. She just wanted to lose her last 10 pounds. But I think everybody wants to look younger. They want that extra energy throughout the day. They don't want to have those lulls. So a great chance to do that. And then the other thing that's available, as we mentioned, is a way to create another stream of income. Tammy, if you want to flip us forward a little bit, keep up. Let's go again, one more time. There we go. So our another co-host has been able to do both of those things. Vince Green, he lost 80 pounds, as you can see in the picture, but Vince is also a criminal defense attorney up in Michigan. As most criminal defense attorneys do, he makes several $100,000 per year, but as he always says, he had to trade his time and his life for it. And started with our company a number of years back and has gotten very about it because he's now decided he wants to make a couple $100,000 a year, but not have to show up to court for the rest of his life to get it done. Vince, you want to share the story through your words?
Great, Todd. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, you know, I got in the business of law to help people, and that's why I do as a criminal defense attorney. But I want to tell you, I get more satisfaction in helping people now with their weight loss, sleeping better, inflammation issues. And as we know, we don't cure, diagnose, or treat anything. But to have the great results I have seen as a result of my weight loss, and something just happened. In fact, I just got a message. My brothers, who I've been working on for the longest time, they just both put in an order for our Slenderized drops, which I know we'll talk about in a little bit. But I just got a message as I was coming on that they put in an order because they've seen my results. And that makes me feel good. That's what it's all worth it. Now, the money's great, but the time freedom, Todd, is what's more important. To be able to work out of home like we're doing today, that's worth more than anything.
And Vince, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the company? You visited the corporate office out there. You've met a lot of the owners. What gave you your belief level?
These guys, the gentleman and the lady in the middle, Deanna Latson, they are all about the representatives and customers. We are in whatever I can't read my screen, but I know we're in over 40 countries. We had offices in over 20 countries. But when I've met them and talked to all the owners, you know, Facebook friends with them, they are all about the reps, and they have a vision for our company. I remember it was Richard Tuggle from, I forget where Richard's from, but Richard's become, you know, a good friend. Richard said when he went to the corporate office, and he was a big-time businessman before he started our company. He asked Mark Wilson, our president, he said, wow, you guys are in line to do $1 billion. And Mark Wilson looked at him kind of like cross-eyed, like, $1 billion? We have the infrastructure and everything in place to be a $10 billion company. That tells me something. But they all are about the reps and the customers. And Deanna Latson, with her no compromise view of the products, I mean, that's what sold me.
Yeah, and Vince, one of the things we've got is we've got 9 different divisions of products. We've got everything from skincare to essential oils. We're actually going to add a 3rd skincare line. We have 2 currently. We're going to add a 3rd skincare line late this fall. Obviously, all organic. We have what's called a never-ever list. We never have a known carcinogen in there, no parabens, no sulfates, no PEGs, petroleum-based ingredients. Same thing with our shampoo, conditioner, and toothpaste line. We've got a clean air and water division. Matter of fact, our air filtration system filters at a 99.99 to the 6th power all viruses. And we just launched a medical-grade disinfectant. It actually sold 45,000 units here in the U.S. the first day it was launched. It's a medical-grade disinfectant without the toxins. It can be used at hospitals, but it can also be sprayed on your produce, simply washed off with water, and you can still eat it. They've got that actually in our loyalty shopping now. I think you can buy a pack of 5 for like $100. It is a great, great buy. It'll last you a year. And then our favorite 3 lines are nutrition, our weight loss, and our energy drink division called Lemu that's just officially gone live with us. Tammy, I know that you're a big user of all the products, aren't you?
You know what? I am, Todd. I love them all. But looking at Jovet, you mentioned skincare. I have the skin underneath my eyes is the same as my teenage daughters now. And that's because of that Jovet skincare. So I love them all. I'm really excited about Lemu. I just ordered the Burn. I'm excited to get that. Love them all.
That's awesome, Tammy. And you know what we're going to talk about today, all the products have 63 doctors behind their development. Deanna Latson, our Chief Product Officer, she actually has what's called a no compromise philosophy. We never have a negative ingredient. Our sourcing of the ingredients we use, whether that's calcium or magnesium or B12, always comes from the best source. Our chief medical doctor wrote a book called What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutrition That May Be Killing You. It sold 35 million copies worldwide. You can see another doctor there on your screen, Dr. Ginger on the bottom of the screen. She was on Dr. Oz 3 different times a couple years ago for her newest book called The Rainbow Juice Cleanse. She's a big contributor to the cleanliness of our products. That were manufactured in an FDA OTC facility. And because of all of those things, we actually have several of our products now that have made it into the PDR, that physician desk reference there you see on your screen. It's a really great thing. And Tammy, you know a lot of these doctors, don't you?
I do, Todd. And the thing about Deanna is she attracts the best of the best, such as Dr. Strand there, Dr. Ginger. But Deanna does a couple of things that are unique to the industry. One is she has an entire team that researches out our raw ingredients. And so she's always getting the best of the best when it comes to the raw ingredients. And then the second thing that Deanna does, which is the magic of the company, in my opinion, is she puts each of those ingredients in at a therapeutical dose. So you look at MOA, for example, that's got 36 superfoods, and to know that we're getting a therapeutical dose of every one of those in one little pouch, you know, that's a little powerhouse.
Yes, and what we're going to spend, matter of fact, before we go right into our transformation pack, let's talk to one other guest this morning. Actually, he's a co-host from this point forward. But Anthony used the Lemieux division, which is our Blue Frog 1, our Blue Frog 2, our Burn, which is a liquid protein drink we've actually just launched in the ARIIX line, and the Lemieux Original. But he was using that back when he was running the 200 and 400 in Division I track. It's really one of the most grueling things any athlete could do. They're very hard to recover from. It doesn't matter how in shape you are. If you run it to your max, you always feel like throwing up. So it says a lot about his endurance and work capacity, being able to do that. But he's going to share a little bit about how it helped him recover. And then, Anthony, let's transition into the business and talk a little bit about how, after you graduated and went to work for Apple, what occurred there and why you're now full-time in the company, working for yourself.
Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Anthony Moreland. Everybody just calls me Ant. But, hey, I'm from Dallas, Texas. And like Todd said, I got turned on to the network marketing industry and one of the brands, Lemieux, about 8.5 years ago. I was a track athlete, like he mentioned. And for me, I was always going to GNC spending $300 to $400 pretty much a month on supplements, trying to get things to put in my body that could help me out. But also, I was always so nervous about everything I bought because I never wanted to fail a drug test. One of the big things, any athletes out there, we always know at the beginning of college, at the very first week, they sit you down, they give you a stack of paper saying, sign this, sign that, don't take this, don't take that, or you will fail. And so I was always nervous. And one of the products, like Todd mentioned, was an energy drink. I was like, well, okay, I'm going to take it to the trainer, let her check it out, and we'll see. And so me and some teammates, we took it to the trainer. 30 minutes later, she texted us and called us and told us, I need y'all to be at my house. And she said, there's nothing in this product that can make y'all fail a drug test. And we was like, okay. So I started consuming it. Started noticing at practice, Mondays was always the hardest day. Just like a lot of people look at Mondays as a day that they don't want to get up and go to work. Well, that was our hardest workout day. I started recovering faster. I wasn't always just bent over so much. I was able to do the workouts to full capacity. Well, we get into the track season. I started running even faster, started recovering faster. The 200 and the 400 are like 12 minutes apart. I was pretty much able to do both and PR in both pretty much almost every track meet during my senior season. But then also, like Todd mentioned, I went out to school because I thought that was the thing to do. Everybody say, hey, Ann, if you want to be successful in life, hey, go to school, get the education, then you're going to get the dream job. Well, my dream job was always to work for Apple. That was my dream job. It took them 3.5 years after I graduated for them to even give me a chance. So if it wasn't for this opportunity right then, I would have been without any kind of money. But then I got the opportunity. So I took it. I didn't have to, but I took it anyway. I got in there. I was happy to get it. Showed up early, stayed late, picked up shifts, worked my way up. I was working my way up. But then something happened. Life happened. My grandmother had a stroke. It hurt me. I love my grandparents to death. They did everything for me when I was growing up, so I always wanted to give back. So I asked my job, I said, hey, can I get 2 weeks to make sure that I can take care of my grandma, make sure that because nobody else had the time, freedom to really take off work. And so for me, that was something that I wanted to do. Apple told me, no, we can give you a couple of days, but we can't give you 2 weeks. And I said, but in my mind, I'm like, I come early. I stay late. I pick up extra shifts. I do everything y'all ask, and I needed something for my family member, and y'all told me no. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to put in a 2 weeks notice because what they didn't know is I didn't need them. I was doing it because I wanted to, not because I had to. And so that was, for me, that was a big one, Todd. And I'm just so thankful about where this opportunity is taking everybody, and also how many more people I'm able to help with this same opportunity.
Yeah, and Anthony, your story is not unique. I think a lot of people find that when they get out of college and they get their first job, everything that it was cracked up to be headed into it is not always what it ends up being when you get there and start clocking in and got a boss and you get a set amount of income that you can't pass up. So it's this is a great way for anybody out there in that boat to start building in another stream of income into your life and have just like Anthony, when one day when you don't want to do what they tell you to do, you can tell them take a hike and go create your own life. You know, the last thing we're going to talk about before we kind of end this and tell you how to be a business is the 3 products that most people start with is called a transformation pack. We've got some new packs now called the Experience Pack that works the same way. If you want some of the energy drinks that Anthony was referring to, you can look at those packs. They all kind of work the same, but the first product is a product called MOA. It's 36 of the world's best superfoods in a liquid nutrition drink. 11 of those superfoods specifically reduce inflammation in the body. And Vince, it's a marvelous product in it.
Sorry, Todd, I had to unmute myself. It is a marvelous product. I don't go a day without it. If we get close to running out, my wife and I are hiding it from each other because we can't do without it. And it makes you, if you go a day or two without it, you can feel it.
Yeah, and Tammy, I know that you use it a lot with your kids.
I do, Todd. Unfortunately, my children are at the age of being able to drive themselves. And even though Scott and I don't eat fast food, their car seems to just drive them there every day. And it's a peace of mind being able to know that we're at least getting some good nutrition in there to fight the inflammation that the fast food's causing for them. Helps me sleep better at night.
Yeah, 11 of those superfoods specifically fight inflammation. So recovery times from working out, old injuries, more serious conditions that are rooted in inflammation, everybody sees tremendous results. And then you see there our flyer, which you can print off, Research MOA. It breaks it into all the different categories where there's been clinical studies showing that superfood helping with cardiovascular health or neutralizing free radicals or boosting your immune system. And these pictures you'll see are some different people that have used it for recovery and for athletes. The guy there on the bottom right won Mr. Florida after getting on the MOA, removed the subcutaneous fat. And the next product we're going to talk about is a product called Rejuvenex. It is our energy product. It is fabulous. It is 6 hours of sustained energy that is very clean. It's got green coffee bean extract, a number of superfoods, L-theanine and chamomile are actually a flower and a plant leaf that's a calming agent. So it's a real sense of clarity and focus. There's no drop off. And Tammy, it's fantastic when mama gets tired in the middle of the afternoon, isn't it?
Todd, I'll have to say I love all the products, but this is my favorite product. And Vince, this is the one that I hide from Scott when it gets low because I don't ever want to go a day without it. It makes a big difference. I take 3 every single day. I get about 8 hours of clean, sustained energy and mental focus. And, you know, before Rejuvenex, by 8 o'clock, I was exhausted, ready to crash. Now you might find me, you know, sweeping and mopping before I go to bed or doing an extra load of laundry. And the great thing is I do go to sleep when I get in bed. I'm fast asleep.
And then the third product is what you and Vince used. Vince to lose 80 pounds, Tammy, you to lose the last 10 pounds. And this is our homeopathic weight loss formula that's doctor approved. Plant leaf extracts, B12. It's sublingually absorbed 3 times a day underneath your tongue, but it balances out hormones, thyroid, pancreas, gives you a real sense of control and discipline over your decision-making. And it comes with a direction booklet and what we call an approved food list. But Tammy, since you and Vince were so miraculous looking on your after pictures, why don't you share just a bit about it in your own perspective?
Well, thank you, Todd. I love the program. I mean, you see the approved food list here. It's very large. We all know what it takes to do it. We just like the discipline to stick with it long enough. And so we nicknamed the drops Liquid Discipline because it gives us that discipline to stick with it. And we get to eat really good food. Vince lost more than me.
Hey, Todd. There you go. One thing I had to do when I was first started on the drops, my wife and I would be out somewhere eating, and about halfway through the meal, I'd be full. I mean, truly full. And I had to train myself mentally because, you know, you have that voice in the back of your head that, you know, clean your plate. You know, there's people starving in wherever, some other country. And so the drops work. I mean, they kill that sugar appetite. I started craving broccoli instead of Oreo cookies.
Yeah, and you'll see as Tammy's flipping here, these are a number of people out there around the country that have had tremendous weight loss, ranging anywhere from 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds to as much as Sid there, having lost 200 pounds on the program. And as we kind of come to a conclusion here, this is just an unbelievable way, if you do want to improve your health, to be able to buy products from whoever brought you on here, but it's also a way that you can become a distributor of these products, have your own business, use them at a 30% discount, share it with a few other people, start building you a network of distributors that are using and sharing the product, and get an override commission that can continue growing into time until at some point maybe it absolutely retires you from your normal job or your normal way of making a living. Gives you time freedom back, gives you a chance to control your own destiny, let you do what you want to. And if you really want to work really hard at it over a period of time, maybe even create total financial independence for you. We've had people do that in our company. The getting started process is really simple. You pay $24.95 for your distributorship. Then you just choose a pack of your choice. There's 3 different transformation packs here on the screen. They're all at $370 each. You just choose which one you want. And then there's, as I mentioned earlier, there's the new experience pack. They're the same price, but they've got the new Lamute energy drinks in it. They're all in our shopping cart. They're all on our new application that'll be coming out on MOA, Research MOA today. There is a bigger pack called the Ultimate Pack. I know Tammy started. I think Vince started at that higher pack. It gives you a lot more product, a steeper discount, some more business stuff. Not necessary. The necessary part is just getting started. But wherever you decide to start, the last requirement to be able to earn income is to have a monthly customer. We generally call it an auto ship because it's ourselves, but it absolutely does not have to be. We just need one customer a month ordering at least 100 volume points or $150 worth of product. They both work. Sometimes there's some product combinations that are less than $150. Sometimes there's some product combinations a little bit more than $150. But if you spend $150 or have 100 volume points, you're qualified for all the paychecks that occur during that month. We get paid here every Friday. Sometimes there's 5 Fridays during a month. So what a fabulous way to go create a new future. Get your life back from a financial standpoint, a time freedom standpoint, and a health standpoint. And I do believe Dr. Kristal Vance is with us today from Orlando, Florida. She did just that. Dr. Kristal came out of college and medical school with a big student loan. She started her own chiropractic practice, as a lot of people do when they get into their profession due to the stress and the time you put in and the lack of ability to have quality food. You start gaining a little bit of weight. The anxiety and stress starts to build. And Tammy, Dr. Kristal, you broke free of all that. This industry allowed you to change both your health and your finances. You want to tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we've got our picture.
Yeah. You know what? This industry kind of snuck up on me. I knew lots about it, but I was like, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to own my own company. I'm going to sign the check on the back. I'm going to make lots of money. Or I'm going to sign the check on the front, I should say. Sign the check on the front, not on the back. That's how you make money. That's what I was told my whole life. And so I was like, I'm going to do all that. And I found myself spending, let's see, it took me 6 years to make my first 6-figure income doing that. And once I got my hands on this, it took less than 6 months to do something like that. So I've learned a lot. What I thought this industry was, I was mistaken. I'm glad I took some time, because when I very first heard about this, I was like, no, that is not for me. I'm not going to tell a single person about this. But I was really intrigued about their different products, because obviously I'm about health. And I always wanted the best stuff out there to put into my system. And I always wanted the best for my friends and my family. And so I'm always looking for those things. And I decided that I would get one of these packs because it was the best bang for my buck. I wanted to try all of the products. I wanted to see what went best with my system. And so I did. I got one of the packs. And here's what happened. When you love something, you naturally tell other people about it. And thank goodness my girlfriend showed me these packs, because I did start telling people, and I made money on the side because I did. And I was like, wow, I never realized my word of mouth marketing created so much income for other people. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's all Walmart is. That's all Amazon is they're the middle guy, and they're making a ton of money off of all of us telling everybody to go there. Well, all of a sudden I was like, here's my link. Here's my link. Here's my link. And I started to create extra income, and I grabbed my 4 girlfriends. See, I didn't go grab 5,000 people. I wasn't smart like Todd. When Todd said, go get a distributor, if you want to become a distributor and go, like, I didn't see that. So if you're on here today and you're like me and you're like, I would do it myself, but I don't really want to tell anybody, that was me. And guess what? I still was successful because it works. People want to help themselves first. That's what I did. I said, I want to drop my rock into the pond of possibilities here for my health. And whatever happens, happens. But if you'll show me the right stuff, then I'll start consuming it. And that's what happened. I have lost over 100 pounds in the last 5 years. My health is the best my health has ever been. I'm excited about the future, but during that time, one person told a person, and then one person told a person, and here's the thing here, it's not the law of duplication, it's the law of multiplication. See, when I tell one person, it grows to like 9. It's not one person at a time. We all know people who want to help their health. So when I started to have a change and I said something to my best friend, she turned around and she told a couple people. And guess what? She now creates some income on the side where her car's paid for now. She pays her car payment. Can you imagine having one less bill in your house? And then my other girlfriend, she started and she loved it. And she told a couple people. And then a little bit longer down the road, it got shared to somebody in South Dakota. And that girl has told thousands of people. And now my girlfriend pays her house payment because of that. We just don't understand the power of our word of mouth. And you never know where that seed is going to drop and land. But I know this. If you're hard-headed like me and you just need to go, I need to take care of me first, then I very, very much can stand behind as the doctor in me and say, this is incredible products. Like the quality here is next to none. And then I would recommend you get yourself one of these packs and you start your own transformation. And then as you start to tell other people, you just tell them to do the exact same thing you did. Start their own. And you'll run across a couple people that all of a sudden go, you can make some serious money with this. And guess what? You can. 4 years into this, I was able to retire from that 20-year practice because I was making more money on the side than I was in that practice. I got rid of all of the headaches, whether you want to call them patients, whether you want to call them employees. I don't know what your headaches are in self-employment. Maybe it's taxes. You need some better tax benefits. Maybe it's you spend as much money as you make. See, it doesn't matter how much you make, it's how much you keep. And I found a way to use the money I was already spending on things like my protein powder, my lunch. I found a way to make it make me money, and you can do the same thing here. This company is exploding. So you say you want to be, oh, I've seen people have success, but they were at the beginning. Baby, we're in the basement. This company is just getting started. You probably never heard the word ARIIX before. In a year, that won't be the case. We will be a household name. Your friends will know about it. And I just hope it's you that told them about it instead of the other way around, because it could be worth thousands of dollars to you. So I hope something I said that resonates with you enough that you'll drop your own rock. Go get your own pack, start your own change, and see where it might lead you. But you're in amazing hands here with the team here with ARIIX.
Thank you, Dr. Kristal. If you're new today, nothing you can do after that except find the person that got you on here, ask them how you get your own distributorship, and get yourself started. Thank you, Dr. Kristal. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Vince. Everybody out there around the world, have a super blessed Monday. Don't forget, there will be another live presentation tonight at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. The link is on MOA Challenge. Everybody be blessed. Anthony, if you want to, we can unmute everybody and let everybody say goodbye.
Great.